Hello, YouTube. All right, so today I want to talk to you about practical ways to use this lockdown scenario to change your life. I made a video before. We're not going to do that topic. I'm actually going to get into specific things. I'm just going to focus on things that you can do with YouTube and ways to use YouTube that you probably don't know you can in order to make money. But it is helpful if you watch my previous one about this because the mindset is incredibly important. If you don't have the mindset to create your own business and to be really focused on what you deserve and what you want, then anything, including YouTube, becomes very difficult. You know, most people like having a job because they like having somebody taking responsibility for them. Well, you know, all these people have lost their jobs. Their mindset after this is going to determine what happens next. If your mindset is one of failure, then you're going to see it as only a problem and you're going to drink more and smoke more you know there I hear people talk about I have this and I have that and I can't work, and I want to ask, yeah, and how long has that been? When did you start living your life in such a way where you became so incapable of functioning that you have to depend on the state? When I got divorced in 2012, well, we got separated end of 2012. Um, I had major physical issues. My knee was the size of a basketball. I had constant back spasms and neck spasms. I had to be careful if I turned my head, because if I turned my head, my neck might go into spasm. And I had so much tendonitis that I wouldn't have been able to lift this bottle of kombucha right here. I wouldn't have been able to do anything. And I looked into getting, state and federal assistance because I thought I might not be able to work, because I had to work now because I was, I had nothing. And I changed the way that I looked at everything. And now, as you know, I'm very happy. I'm very healthy. I just got back from strolling along the most amazing beach for me personally I've ever experienced. Went surfing yesterday, and I'm 56 years old. So the mindset is everything. And if you don't have that mindset, it's going to be hard to take advantage of these techniques. Having said that, I'm not going to delve into that like I did last time. We'll just get into some of the techniques here. So let me get my notes ready so that I can talk to you about them. All right, so first thing is you got to be willing to get creative. You got to start from a place of creativity. If it serves you, go on to YouTube and just type in how to make money on YouTube. Okay? There's no shortage of people out there with some really, really great ideas. I've got a lot of my ideas from them. Some of it is kind of technical on how to fix your channel and how to tweak your channel this way and that way. That you don't need to worry about that until you actually have a channel, until you actually have viewers. If you don't have a channel and you're coming into this lockdown and you're like, I have no idea what to do, then the first thing you got to do is just go, get a YouTube account and get a channel. Anybody can get one. Anybody can start uploading. It's going to take a while before you're going to be eligible to get YouTube advertisement money, but that shouldn't be your first goal. It is very challenging, and I know because I have a successful channel. I have right now almost 20,000 subscribers, and I make my living from my channel, but I don't make my living off of YouTube ads. The most I get right now, I've really upped my game in terms of output, so I'm looking at $150 this month from YouTube ads. I can't live on that. In fact, I don't even factor that into my living expenses. So if your thought is I'm going to get a YouTube channel and then next week I'm going to make money on YouTube ads, it's going to take longer than that. It's going to take a while. So what you can do is you can do what I've done, and I'll share with you ways that I did. I used my channel in order to make a living, and this was when I didn't even have very much of a following. So in order to do that, I had to be extremely creative. Now, I am not an expert in Instagram or TikTok or Snapchat or Porpelsclocked or Skingekregget or the other ones that I know nothing about. And there are people making, tons of money on those too. I don't know anything about that. I'm still trying to decide if Instagram even helps me or not. But feel free to look into all of that. Look, whenever we run into these kinds of challenges, somebody walks away with a lot of money. And that's because people are in desperate need. Right now, everybody is sitting at home. Everybody is sitting at home and have no place to go. Here in Australia, we're on pretty much a full lockdown here, and in some of the other more serious places like in Victoria and New South Wales, in the big cities there, they're looking at going into 100% sort of sig heil lockdown where you can't leave your house. You can't go out in public. We haven't got there yet here, but everybody still, there's tons of businesses that are closed and people can't work, and everybody's at home watching YouTube right now. They're watching Netflix and YouTube. So this is a huge opportunity. So you got to be willing to be creative. Now, the next thing you got to do is you got to ask yourself, why are you doing it? And I don't have any judgments on why you're doing it. Are you doing it because you didn't like your job? Here's a whole class of people. I know I'm talking to a huge class of people right now. Those of you who had jobs and now you don't have a job, and you really didn't like your job all that much, but it was just easier for you to stay in that crappy job than it was to do your dream that you've been wanting to do. Every time you start thinking about picking yourself up and going and doing that, creating that job or that life or that career that you wanted to create, you go, I've already got this job, and so you just go ahead and take that. This is now your opportunity. I'm telling you, you are lucky. You're free now. You're free from the monkey on your back that had you addicted to the weekly or the bi-weekly or the monthly paycheck. You're now free of that. Now you have nothing but time, and you have a lot of motivation to go do what it is that you want to do. Now's the time to go do that. If you want to use YouTube, this is the best time to use YouTube to promote it or to create it. If you're doing it because you want to get stinking, seriously just rich, like beyond your wildest dreams, I'm okay with that too, if that's your motivation. Then, you have to ask yourself why. And here's why. I'm going to explain to you why. If I could go back in time, knowing what I know about how YouTube works and how people can make money on YouTube, I would seriously sit myself down and consider if I wanted to make one of these channels that I know just makes just buttloads of money on YouTube ads because all the nutcases go and watch it. And some of you nutcases are on my channel, sorry to say. But if I wanted to start a conspiracy channel, or if I wanted to start a cult channel, I could do it. I know exactly what to say and what to do. I have this channel in my business, and I have a certain reputation. Some of you may respect it or not, but if for me it would be counterproductive for me to start from scratch and go after the big money. And I got to tell you, listen, the reason why I'm talking like this is because your satisfaction in life is the most important thing in the entire universe. If you're not happy, deliriously happy with your life, something is wrong. And I mean that. It may not be your fault. You may be you may be 16 years old and you live with insane alcoholic, drug addict parents. It's going to be hard to have a deliriously happy life. You may have come out of a rough childhood, and so you're still dealing with all that. I mean, if you see people that are screwed up when they're 50 and 60 years old, what happened is they never got over whatever happened to them when they were kids. They bought into some mindset, some victim mentality mindset that they needed in order to survive when they were 10 years old. And now that they're 40 and 50, it's not serving them. Just know that it's all about how they look at themselves. I talk about my brother all the time. We grew up in the same house. We had the same parents. We went to the same schools, had the same exact opportunities. My brother could have done whatever the hell he wanted. My dad would have paid for his college and all that kind of stuff. He chose not to do that. He chose to allow the traumatic childhood to warp him to such a degree that now You know, he's got to be 61 years old and he's homeless now and sick and in pain. I came from the same house. I'm doing quite differently. What's the difference? It's how I chose to look at myself. I chose to see myself as a success. I chose to do all of the really difficult things to change myself so that I could go and get what I wanted out of life. So I am fully encouraging you to be totally selfish and totally narcissistic, because I know a lot of you pseudo-spiritual people out there are judging yourselves, and you're judging me. Some of you come on here and judge me because I charge time for my products. You don't spend time on the 700 plus free videos that I teach, like right now. You don't focus on that. You focus on the 5 or 10% of stuff that I charge for my time so that I can eat. And that means that you don't believe that you deserve to make money. You're projecting that onto me. You project it onto the rest of the world. You say things like, money is evil, and you shouldn't be superficial. And so you think that you have to give everything away, and you're living in poverty and misery, but yeah, you've got this really cool hairstyle, and you smoke a lot of weed, and you're really hip and you're woke, but you're broke as hell, and your life is miserable. The most spiritual thing you can do is focus on your own happiness. Now you have to decide what your morals are about that. I have a limit where I go and I stop there. And I'm telling you that just that in itself limits my income. And if I could go back in time, I'd sit myself down and say, how willing are you to stretch your morals here? Your false self-humility about I'm spiritual, I don't do that. I would go back in time and I would talk myself through that. Now, I might come to the same conclusion that I have. That's perfectly possible. But I walked away from a lucrative stand-up comedy career because I didn't do that. I was an actor. Total self-sabotage. So ask yourself, why are you doing it? Is it for the money? Is it for the fame? Is it for the joy of finally being able to do what you want to do, how you want to do it? Whatever your reasons are, be conscious of that, because you will run into it. If you're doing it out of moral reasons like I did, you're going to bump into the should I sell out here or not? I don't have any problems if you sell out. That's okay with me. In fact, I want to talk about some other channel right now, but I'm not going to. Okay. So let's start with some easy things. These aren't things that I do, but if I could, I would. I just don't have I don't have the options to do it, and that's because I don't own any animals. Pet videos. Have you looked and seen how many millions of views pet videos get? It's just crazy. There are people that just have a channel about their dog, and there's nothing unusual about their dog. They have a very nice husky, or they have a very nice wiener dog, and that's fine, but they're going to take a video of the wiener dog trying to jump at the fly. Look at how cute the wiener dog is, and look at my husky dog. He's howling because I'm leaving to go to work. He won't stop talking to me. Millions of views. Now you might bypass those like I do and go, what a waste of time, but those people are smart because people watch those videos. And they're not doing anything except if they get enough views, they're going to make bank on the YouTube ad revenues. Just because every day they wake up and they take videos of their dog or their parrot or their who the hell knows what. Pet videos. You don't have to do anything special. They don't have to be specially edited. None of that. Just start taking videos of your pets. Vlogs, video blogs. You can make a vlog about anything. I swear to you, people on YouTube will watch anything. Anything. As long as there's a human being talking about something and you happen to have a human experience, whatever the hell that is, people are so desperate to experience human contact. They want to be reminded of their human emotions and experience. They will watch you sit around talking about what a pain in the ass it was for you to go and pop your blackheads in front of the mirror. They will listen to anything. Don't be afraid to make a vlog. You don't know if what you have to talk about, your boyfriend this, my car that, I went walking, I'm walking down, I could do it. I mean, the beaches here are fucking crazy beautiful. And if I just decided to make, a video on Australian beaches and just walk down to the same 4 or 5 beaches every day from different angles, people would watch that. I'm telling you, people will watch anything on YouTube. If it interests you, it interests a billion other people. And so if you put the time and effort in that and you do it every single day, personal transformation diaries about anything. Just make a daily diary. I mean, one of the things on my channel that people liked, which I don't have stopped doing, was I forget what I called it. My personal transformation when I first got here 9 months ago, and what I was going through. People really liked watching that. It helps them. When you share your personal experiences, it helps people. It helps people connect. And right now, remember, people are stuck at home. They don't have any friends. There are some people out there, a lot of people out there, who don't have any friends whatsoever. Now, I can interact with people legally. I can go do stuff and interact. I can still have, a friend come over and, that kind of thing. And I get to go out surfing with my friends and we're still following the law. But there are people right now, and it's going to get worse, that can't do anything. They can't leave their house. And they live alone. And they don't have any family. They need the personal connection. The more personal connection you're willing to put into, the more money you can make. There are videos, some of you guys on here, especially some of you MGTOW boys probably, there are videos out there that women just put of them whispering. And there's something about these female voices whispering about who knows what that men just have to go to sleep listening to. I don't even know what it's called. There's a whole word for it. Seriously, you could do anything you can imagine doing. If and here's the great thing about YouTube: you don't have to get it right. You can totally screw up. The majority of my videos are flops, and you see there. I'll start a series. If I start a series and I stop, it's because it doesn't get enough views. It's the only reason I'll stop those series. So every time I put out something, I say I'm going to start a new series. If you guys want me to keep doing that, then get people to watch those videos. I'm looking at the numbers. And if there's enough views, I'll keep doing it. If not, I'll discard it and do something else. So bottom line is anything. Personal transformation diaries. Here's another really great idea. Now, I'm going to start doing this. You can 24/7 live stream anything. What most people are doing is they're 24/7 live streaming music. And there's all different ways to do that. Now you have to go do some other stuff. You have to go for like, $30 or $40 a month. You have to rent a server and you have to take whatever files you're going to put on the server. And the server live streams for you because you don't want to do it 24/7 on your own computer or you burn your computer out. 24/7 of anything. 24/7 of, you can go and get copyright-free video of nature scenes. You can get copyright-free video of music. And, what people do is they turn these things on and they go to sleep to them, or they relax, or they meditate. And for some reason, just because it's 24/7 live stream, that makes it better. People will watch that. I'm going to start doing that. Watch. It may take me a few days to put it all together, but I'm going to start doing that. And I found on my computer all of my manifestation mastery course videos, and I'm going to take all of the A videos from that, the ones that are already on the free channel. I'm going to throw in a few Arnold videos and whatever else is on there, and I am going to put together something, and I'm going to live stream that. And that's, for me, that works because I want people to keep coming back and listening to the content. And so that's a great way. So for those of you who are watching, you want to go back and watch those again. You don't have to go through the playlists when that 24/7 live stream is on, and now I'm committing to it because I just said I was going to do it. Then you can just any time of night turn it on and see me blathering about how to manifest for hours at a time. Okay? here's one of the things that I do, and if you've bought any of my products, you already know. So the next thing we want to talk about. Okay, so that's these are some ideas of how to make money on YouTube just from YouTube advertisement. Bear in mind, it's going to take a while. You are going to have to build up a channel and build up a following before you're going to be able to qualify. And then, like I said, you can look at my channel. I don't have a tiny channel, but I only make right now $150 on YouTube ads. So in order for me to make a living, I have to sell products and subscriptions. Because if I don't do that, I don't eat. For all those MGTOW boys out there that think I should do this 24/7 and not make a living at it, I have to eat. So I do that through selling services and products, and my products are video products. Okay. So the other way to use YouTube is the way that I use it. You use it as a way to drive traffic to other websites, or a way to use YouTube in order to sell products so that you can survive. Case in point. That's why I do that. I have these links on here all the time, and again, it drives me crazy. Where can I find your books? How much does a reading cost? That's why those are there. And even if I get really wrapped up in what I'm talking about and I forget to sell one of my products, it doesn't matter, because you can't watch any of my videos without me slamming a link in your face. And even if a small percentage of people click on the links, then I've done my job and I've advertised my products. I've given away my free product on here on YouTube. I've promoted my channel. I've gotten new viewers. It's okay if people don't buy anything from me. It's all right, because the more viewers I get and the more views I get, the better my channel is getting. That's all great. Then in the meantime, I get to tell you what I'm going to do right now, which is you're not a very smart person if you don't go here to lockdown.thunderwizard.com. And the reason for that is I have taken all of what I'm going to share with you how to do exactly what I'm going to sell to you right now, which is, if you go here to lockdown.thunderwizard.com, you are going to have access to all of my video series, that the streaming video series that I do online, and I'm going to give you I think it's 4 personal sessions. And what you'd be paying for is the 4 personal sessions, and on top of that, you get, what did I say? It's like $3,000 worth of products, at their normal price. I'm giving it away. I'm doing that because you're going to be stuck at home. You got nothing else to do, and there's at least 2 or 3 different options that you can use, and I teach you how to make a living as an astrology reader, as a rune reader, how to create your own life coaching business, to find your perfect career. I train you how to do that, right? So now, what is it that I'm selling there? Now, the only stuff that I'm selling here is the stuff that I have control over. The stuff I don't have control over are my Patreon subscriptions, which is here at thunderwizard.com. And again, you don't know it, but I just now promoted another means of income by explaining to you that I don't have control over the subscription, which means go there. So somebody's going to click on thunderwizard.com and see my Patreon subscription page. And then I'm going to tell you that I don't have control over things like DVDs and books and things like that. And for that, you would go to courses.thunderwizard.com. I've just promoted that again in the process of teaching you how to create a video. That's what you need to do. You embed it in there. And you shamelessly promote your products. Now, the reason that you do that is because there's probably going to be some haters that are going to come on, and they're going to want to, if you're selling a spiritual service, God forbid, if you're selling your knowledge in yoga or astrology or something like that, and you want to sell that, somebody's going to come and tell you you should do it for free. And if you're really spiritual, you do it for free. But those people aren't paying your bills. So you have to be willing to get some haters. And here's the thing about haters. Haters hate you for what they wish they could do. So whenever somebody comes at you and starts saying, you shouldn't do that, that's stupid, that's so dumb, and you shouldn't charge for that, that's them talking about themselves. That's them saying that they don't feel that they deserve to teach and all they really want to, or they don't deserve to be a yoga instructor and they really want to, and they shouldn't charge for that. That's them. That's their shame within themselves. That's their self-sabotage. That's their unwillingness to, to face their own desires for a happy life. Those people are not paying your bills. The people who pay your bills are the people who buy your products. And the way you know a product works is if you offer it and people buy it, that's the one that works. The ones that you offer and people don't buy, that's the one that doesn't work. You go with the ones that work. On YouTube, the great thing is, I'm going to tell you now how I do all of the things that I'm doing in the lockdown. It is so freaking simple. You first go and you make a bunch of unlisted videos. Unlisted videos on YouTube, and anytime you upload a video, it goes public by default. It goes public and gets broadcast all over the world, or available to all over the world. You can choose to make it private or unlisted. Private means that it can only be opened by the people to whom you give the link to, and there's a limited number of private. So you don't want to do that because you want to have as many people buy your product as possible. But you can have unlisted videos, which means nobody will find them unless you give them the link. So what you do is you upload, if you, let's say you're making how to create widgets. You're going to make a video service product, a course, a video course on how to make widgets. So what you do is you just upload 5 or 6 videos of you making widgets, and you upload it unlisted. And then you go and you get a free web page. Again, this is exactly what I'm doing. People give me a hard time for doing this, and I could care less. I want to make as much money as possible without spending. If I can spend nothing and make money, I'll do it, and I have all the time. I make money selling things that cost me nothing but maybe some time. That's it. So you upload a bunch of unlisted videos, however many it is, and then you get a free website. You go to Wix.com, and I'm sure there's others. You get a free website, and then on that free website, it's real simple. You put together a website, put a PayPal button for what you want, then you can get a link. Now I have I have a thunderwizard.com, and I can forward the domain blah blah blah, so I can do things like I can get subdomains like lockdown.thunderwizard.com. But in the beginning, if you don't want to do that, then you can have just a big giant link. It doesn't matter. Point to it. Anytime that you're on there talking about your pet, point to the link. Blah, 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 blah. Go to petvideos upmyass.com. And then you've got a bunch of unlisted videos that nobody can get to unless you give them the link. And what they're paying for is for you to just email them links. That's what I do with you guys. It costs me nothing to do that. Nothing. This is how right now how I'm making money on YouTube. Where I'm going is I'm phasing out eventually. It might take a while, but I'm going to phase out of doing the services, which is my time is getting limited, and I don't want to be spending all my time on Skype talking to people. I love doing it, but I don't want to spend all my time doing that, doing readings or doing that kind of stuff. I'd like to be able to just make a living off of just uploading a video. That can be possible once I get my channel big enough. So that's what I'm working towards now. I'm working towards getting my channel up to, right now my goal is 250,000 subscribers. I have a pretty good idea if I can get to that point, and I'm one of those guys that uploads a stupid video and people watch, I get 10,000 views in the first week. I'll probably be working towards being able to just live off YouTube ads. Now, if you're smarter than I am, you're going to be using one of these other things. Instead of trying to make a spiritual channel about really in-depth, hardcore spiritual stuff like I do, and not placating people and telling them that aliens implanted chakras in your body, if you're like me and you're not willing to go that far, then you're probably going to have to work a lot harder. But if you don't have any morals and you want to just do that, you can. You want to start you MGTOW boys should start a channel. Start a channel. It's called the Victim Mentality Network. I mean, you'd be rich as hell. And talk about why women are doing it to you and the government is doing it to you. I mean, you would get no shortage of views, and you could make a ton of money off of that. Or if you have pets, if you have a cute little pet, or if you have the ugliest pet in the world, and you just take videos of the ugliest pet in the world every day, you can eventually make tons of money. There's somebody that I worked with that no longer works with me, interestingly enough, who I am envious of. And she had a YouTube channel that she didn't really like that much, and she didn't really want to do it. But she would just upload a video and get thousands of views. I mean, out of nowhere. Just within the first few days, she'd have thousands of views on her video. And I'm like, man, you could be rich off of this. I don't like doing it. YouTube is the easiest way to make money right now during this lockdown period. Okay, so I think I've gone through all of my notes here. Yep. So I'll go ahead and take questions. Oh my gosh, there aren't any questions. There's only 14 of you watching. That's because I didn't do this about how aliens are forcibly having sex with your grandparents. If I did, I would be seriously making money right now off of that. All right, so since there aren't any questions, I'm just going to go ahead and leave this as it is. And it's a crazy, beautiful day, and I'm going to get on with my life. So that's it for all of you peoples. I will see you guys next time.